Very good morning, friends. In today's session, we are going to learn about the projection of a square lamina. Friends, as the name indicates, a square lamina will have all the sides equal measurement and the angle at every corner will be a 90 degree, a right angle. Friends, let us see how the question runs for today's session. The question runs like this. A square lamina of side 40 mm rests on HP on one of its sides. So, first of all, in all the laminae, you have to first of all find out what is the type of lamina and where that lamina is resting or lying. Is it on HP or it is on VP? And then he says it appears as a rectangle of size 40 mm by 20 mm in the top view. So, from the first part of the statement, it is very clear that this lamina has to rest on HP. So, friends, whenever any lamina has to rest on either a corner on HP or a side on HP, place the lamina on HP such that one of the side of that lamina is perpendicular to VP or perpendicular to the wall in front of you and obtain its top view and the front view. Friends, when you place the lamina on HP, you can consider my palm as the HP, and if you see from the top, you will see a square, and in the front, it is going to be a line of the given size, that is 40 millimeter. Friends, you should remember, whenever any lamina rests on HP on its surface or its surface is parallel to HP, in the front view you see it as a line irrespective of its orientation or the angle made by the edges with the VP and in the true form in the top view. So now I am going to construct a square ABCD of size 40 millimeter with one of the sides AB perpendicular to VP. So let us start with the projection. So in the top view, you are going to get a square having side 40 mm. So I will call this as a square of side ABCD with the side measuring 40 mm. You can call it as 40 SQ. SQ indicates it is a square of that dimension. Friends, as I told you before, in the front view, it is going to be seen as a line on XY. Then how to get it? Simply project from these corners A, B, C and D to the XY line. So on this point, you will get A and B. So the front view I will show it as A dash, B dash. Similarly, if you write a vertical from here, it will meet the XY line here. We will call this as C dash, B dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash represents the front view of the lamina which has got a size or which has got a length of 40 millimeter. Friends, generally while explaining the problems on this laminae, I call this distance as M, the distance or the maximum length of the dimension, and in this case it is going to be 40 mm. Similarly, it all depends on the dimension. So the value of M will be just 40 here. Friends, if you observe the front view of this lamina, you see there are 4 points on the front view. That is 2 points A dash, B dash, 2 points here. So there are totally 4 points. And anytime if you have 4 points on the XY line, it represents a square or rectangular surface. So here in this problem, since you are working out on a square lamina, it has to be a square surface of a square lamina. But in the question it says, when it is lifted on this, when it is lying on the side AB, it appears as a rectangle of 40 by 20 in the top view. Friends, remember, this square lamina, while resting on one of the edges, it can become a rectangle, and in which case the side which is perpendicular to VP and the side parallel to that will have the same dimension, whereas depending on the orientation the surface is making with the HP, you will get the shorted length or shortened length in the top view. So he says the lamina which was lying like this is kept like this, such that it makes an angle theta, and this surface when looked from the top appears as a rectangle in the top view. So it is very clear that when the lamina is lifted on the edge AB on XY, it appears as a rectangle in the top view. So that clearly indicates that you can have a square rectangle in the top view which will have a measurement of 20 by 40. So this will remains 40 since it is on HP, and whereas the lateral dimension becomes 20 millimeter. So one is 40, other is 20. And we'll rename this as ABCD. This is A, this point is B, this is C, and this is D. Friends, this is how the lamina looks when this is inclined to horizontal plane. Now let us see how to get the corresponding front view for this rectangle 40 by 20. Friends, the side AB is always in HP and this length will never change. So I can just locate the edge A dash B dash. And now I should get C dash D dash. So for this what we do? So in all the projections of laminae, whatever the figure you have got here, it gets repeated. As the same thing we are going to draw here. Other words, we can write a vertical line from here, that is from the corner D, and taking M as the length, which is equal to 40, and center A dash B dash, you can strike an arc. So this is the value of or the point you get as C dash D dash, and this length will be again equal to 40 millimeter. Remember, in all these laminae, problems on laminae, whatever the length you have got here, it will remain the same. Figure 1, figure 2, they are always the same. Friends, for this particular value of theta, the angle made by the surface of the lamina with HP, you are going to get a rectangle in the top view. So when they give you the inclination of the surface, you can get the top view, and when the top view is specified, you will be able to get the front view and the corresponding inclination of the surface of the lamina with HP. Now friends, coming to the next part, the side on HP inclined at 30 degrees to VP. Friends, you can observe here the lamina is resting on side AB as A dash B dash, and that surface is now perpendicular to VP, but that has to be at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. So what is to be done? We are going to redraw this top view such that the side AB is at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. So I take some point at random and draw a line at an angle of 30 degrees to XY, that's 30 degrees to VP. And on this I am going to mark A, B, C, D. So I will call this as A and this is B. Point A, point B. I am going to reconstruct this figure. Then C and D. This will be having a dimension equal to 20 mm. This is 20. I just mark this 20 here. And this is 40 because this is on HP. And the dimension of this will never change. This is AB, this is C, this is D. Friends, whatever the top view we had, that is the rectangle 40 by 20, is redrawn with the side resting on HP inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. Now friends, Let's see what is the corresponding front view for this. So as usual, we will start from point A and end with point D. We will take one by one. See what I do? I write a vertical line from a horizontal line from A dash. They intersect at this point on XY. So I will call this as A dash. Like that. Likewise, you have got B. Draw a vertical line from B, a horizontal line with B dash. They meet at this point. We'll call this as B dash. So we have got the edges A dash, B dash. Then similarly, repeat the procedure and get point C and D. So a horizontal line from C dash, a vertical line from the point C here, a vertical line from here will give you the point C dash. Similarly, D dash, vertical line from here, from D, horizontal line from here. The point of intersection will be the point, this is called D dash. So we got all the four corners, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Join all these by straight line. So join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, and D dash to A dash. Friends, in this figure, if you observe, this line C dash D dash is going to be parallel to this, and this side A dash D dash is parallel to this. And this figure will finally give you the front view of the lamina, and this will represent the top view of the lamina. Friends, after completing the problem, you can find out whether the solution you have got finally in all these three different steps is right or wrong. So as per the question, it says that it's a square lamina resting on HP on one of this side. So square lamina is resting on side. The surface is making an angle of some angle so that the top view is rectangle. The value of this theta can be found out. You can just keep compasses and find out what is the value of this theta. And then friends, the side on which the lamina is resting. So AB is the side on which the lamina is resting. Here AB is perpendicular to VP, but in this case it is at an angle of 30 degrees to VP, and hence the solution we have got satisfies all the requirements given in the question, and hence the solution is totally correct. Friends, I thank you very much for watching my YouTube video. Have a wonderful day.